Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wheaton Academy, the Warrior Dome, here on the campus of beautiful Wheaton Academy. A special welcome to St. Francis Spartans, their family, their friends, their athletes, and their coaches. We're glad that you could be with us this afternoon. If you could all please stand for a moment of prayer, followed by the playing of the national anthem. Heavenly Father, we give you great thanks that we can be here in this place this afternoon. We thank you for two great institutions and what they represent. Lord, we pray that all that is said and done on the court this afternoon would be pleasing to your ears. We pray this in your Son's name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of the national anthem. Introducing the starting lineup for St. Francis Spartans. The libero, number 2, Katie Shuley. Number 4, Brooke Everett. Number 9, KK Dumpins. Number 10, Anna Paquette. Number 22, Allie Horner. Number 33, Emily Delaney. Number 40, Jessica Schmidt. The Spartans are coached by Sept Sullivan, Lisa Tom, and Aaron Tuttle. And ladies and gentlemen, now introducing your Wheaton Academy Warriors, libero number 3, Kylie Robinson. Number 1, Anna Matthews. Number 2, Riley McDonald. Number 7, Kiara Morrison. Number 14, Kiana Shields. Number 23, Abby Schroeder. And number 24, Ellie Masterson. The Warriors are coached by Leah Dunlap and D.A. Nichols. The officials for this afternoon's contest, Dave Kessler and Earl Clement.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to another Wheaton Academy live stream as the Wheaton Academy girls volleyball team will take on the St. Francis Spartans in a very highly anticipated matchup. Wheaton Academy will come into this one 10-8, as long with the St. Francis Spartans will come into this 13-10. St. Francis is 3-2 in conference play. Wheaton Academy is 2-2 in conference play. Tonight I am joined with Liana Conti. Liana, how are you doing tonight?
We're doing great. I'm so excited for tonight's stream.
Alrighty, and with that, the Warriors will host St. Francis here inside the Warrior Dome. Our first live stream event inside the Warrior Dome tonight. And there's a lot of people here tonight.
Oh yeah, the crowd, like the stands are packed. We have a decent amount of turnout from both sides, about even, because it's going to be a great matchup tonight.
And with St. Francis being so close in proximity, a lot of their fans come out to volleyball, basketball, whatever games we have against them, especially indoors in the winter, but also in general. So St. Francis is known for their very good volleyball team, as Wheaton Academy has never recorded a win against them at the varsity level. Wheaton Academy looks to do a little bit better tonight, but Wheaton Academy will start off tonight with a serve from Riley McDonald. As Riley McDonald will start it off with the serve. Dug out there by St. Francis.
Oh.
And Wheaton Academy will start it off with a point. In case you missed the starting lineup, Wheaton Academy, Anna Matthews, Riley McDonald, Kylie Morrison, Kiera Morrison, Kiki Shields, Abby Schroeder, and Elle Masterson are the starters for Wheaton Academy. We will get you the St. Francis starters in just a minute. Nice play there and stopped there, but the point will go to Wheaton Academy once again.
And for our St. Francis lineup, we have Brooke Everett, KK Dumpet, Anna Paquette, and Eddie Horner, Emma Delaney, and Jessica Schmidt.
And that'll be another point for your Wheaton Academy Warriors as they start this game off strong, 3-0. As once again, Riley McDonald with 3 straight serves that have all been great.
Tonight we have Wheaton Academy running a 6-2 lineup. Oh, it's going for a tip.
Nice play there. As Addie Horner with a nice stop there to get St. Francis on the board as they need a couple points here to get back in this one as that one's dug out there by Kylie Morrison. Kylie will play it over the net. Back over to St. Francis.
We got a tip. You know, honestly, playing volleyball in the past, it's really hard.
Especially at the high school level with so much competitiveness and a big atmosphere like tonight and a highly anticipated matchup between Wheaton Academy and St. Francis with that big rivalry we have in all of our sports. I'm sure all the players are very nervous as I got a chance to talk to Kylie Morrison and Michaela Perkins, the 2 captains from Wheaton Academy before the game. Both of them said that they were anxious for the game to happen, not nervous. They're both super excited but not scared. As a great stop there by St. Francis on a nice shot by Kiki Shields and a great stop by Kylie Morrison, but not quite enough to get it over the net. As Kiki Shields has 57 kills on the season so far, 2.5 average per set. Wheaton Academy has been very successful early on in this season. Kylie Morrison with a nice dig once again. As Kiera Morrison is able to knock it over the net. And it will be a St. Francis point again as they go with 4 straight points to take the lead. As Anna Paquette with a nice serve there to Kiki Shields. Kiki Shields going for the kill once again, and a nice stop by St. Francis. And it is knocked out. Wheaton Academy able to knot this one up. As Abby Schroeder back in the action for Wheaton Academy. As Elle Masterson with the serve.
Oh, we got a nice pass over the net. Little bit of a cluster, but
as Kiera Morrison with a nice hit over the net. St. Francis looks to recover and a nice pass there. As Abby Schroeder getting back in on the action early on. And a nice stuff there. Abby Schroeder.
Fantastic block there by Abby Schroeder. Helps being very tall, playing middle position. So
it's Elle Masterson serving once again and has 14 aces so far on the season. Looking for another here. It's a good serve there.
With the bullet serve, holy cow. But gets, unfortunately,
the point goes to St. Francis as Abby Horner back in on the action with another kill for St. Francis.
And we have Amari coming in on St. Francis, playing the DS position.
That one is dug out. And Kiera Morrison with a nice shot, and it will be a Wheaton Academy point once again as it is 6-5, they lead.
And we have Abby Schroeder coming in for Wheaton Academy and Jessica Schmidt coming in for St. Francis.
Abby Rathbun actually coming in for Wheaton Academy. As Kiera Morrison will go with the serve here, looking to put Wheaton Academy up again, but will not be able to get it over the net as it is a 6-6 game, very close so far early on.
Hopefully Wheaton Academy can keep up the lead and hopefully take the W tonight.
As we've already noticed, and a great dig there by Kylie Morrison, able to knock that one back into the air.
Oh.
And that will be another Wheaton Academy point on a diving play by Kylie Morrison, able to dig that one out. As you can see on the replay, just out of St. Francis' reach, and it will be a Wheaton Academy point as it is 7-6 as Kiki Shields will come up with the serve. But both these teams lost to IC early on in their season. Wheaton Academy lost in 2 sets. St. Francis lost in 3, and it is a stuff for Wheaton Academy. Abby Rathbun with a nice stuff there at the net.
That was definitely it. That was a crucial play for the mental game on St. Francis' part, because having that boost in mental game is really great, especially with the drop ball.
Nice serve there by Kiki Shields, and it'll be another Wheaton Academy point as they will go up 9-6. But that is another aspect that Michaela Perkins even talked about before the game, is that mentally we need to stay in this game no matter what happens. It doesn't matter if something goes right, something goes wrong, someone gets injured. It does not matter what happens. They need to stay mentally in this game. Another nice save there by St. Francis, and it will be a Wheaton Academy point as they will go up 10-6 early on here in the first set. But how important is that for teams to keep a good mentality throughout the entire game, no matter what's going to happen, no matter if you're up by 20 or down by 20?
My coaches have always told me from one of the first days that volleyball is a mental game, 90% mental, 10% strategy. It's really important to do that because even when things are not doing so well, as volleyball is a game of roller coasters, it's really important to do that. And a shanked ball by Kylie Morrison.
And make sure you guys subscribe to Wheaton Academy on YouTube so you don't miss any more live events, whether they're Chapel live streams and Wheaton Academy sporting events, as that one is dug out there by Kylie Morrison to her sister Kira and knocked over the net. As St. Francis looks to recover, and the point will go to St. Francis as it is a 10-8 game now. 10-9 game, I apologize. But yeah, just like you mentioned, I think it's super important and super crucial, really in any sport, but I think in volleyball especially because it's so rapid and turns itself over very quickly.
Yes.
Nice dig out there by Kylie Morrison once again. And good recovery by St. Francis. As Kira Morrison will find her sister Kylie. Good connection there early on in this game. We'll see if they can continue that. And a great shot there by St. Francis. As Anna Paquette once again with a nice kill.
We have number 6, Liv Basel, serving for St. Francis.
Will be dug out by Kiki Shields once again. And that'll be a great point there. My number 8, Abby Rathbun, getting in on the action once again as Kylie Morrison, the captain of the Wheaton Academy Warriors volleyball team, will be serving for them. As it is an 11-10 game early on, Wheaton Academy and St. Francis have such a great rivalry, as we mentioned, in all of their sports, but in volleyball especially, the games are super intense, as they have been every year. St. Francis looks to come back here, and nice play there by Kiki Shields, able to turn the ball over. Nice shot by Riley McDonald. And St. Francis with a great play there. Able to get back on the board as it is 11-11. Captain for St. Francis able to serve that one right over the net. Abby Rathbun with a great shot there to put them up 12-11.
Yeah, putting that right in the middle is super important. That's a classic point that on both sides have seen, even from these past few points. This is what's getting them a lot of these points, and it's going to be crucial in this tight game.
A serve there by Abby Rathbun, but earlier on in the JV game, as another point will go Wheaton Academy's way, that seemed to be St. Francis' tactic, is playing the ball right to the middle, right in between all the Wheaton Academy defenders. But Wheaton Academy has used that tactic early on in this game as a timeout will be called. Wheaton Academy Warriors up 13 on the St. Francis Spartans 11. Very close matchup early on. A lot of emotion, a lot of intensity so far from both teams. What is St. Francis going to have to do to get back in this early on?
Well, here's the thing. The coach is definitely going for this thing called the coach's point, where you call a timeout to throw the other team off, hoping that they're going to miss the serve. So having that
And with that, we will take it over to the Wheaton Academy schedule. As you can see there on the board, the win streak for Wheaton Academy is quite large, as they were able to take down Westmont with a 2-0 win and Fenton with a 2-0 win. And Lyle and Morton, all 2-0 wins and 2 sets only needed for Wheaton Academy. Before that, IC was able to take them in 2 sets. As we mentioned before, they also beat St. Francis in 3 sets early on this year. So a very turning point in both Wheaton Academy and St. Francis volleyball season.
We have Abby Rathfun serving right now for Wheaton Academy.
And another point for Wheaton Academy, as they will take a 14-11 lead. Wheaton Academy trying to ride the wave here, as you can see all the emotion and intensity and momentum on their side so far in this one. It's Abby Rathbun will go back to work. And it will be another point for Wheaton Academy, as they will go up 15-11. Early on, it seems like St. Francis is a little bit flat-footed.
Yeah, I know. I went to grade school with most of these people, and I'm not seeing too many faces that I recognize, and I think it's interesting that it's happening that way.
St. Francis looking to get back on the board, and a nice diving play there by Kylie Morrison again. And it will be a Wheaton Academy point, as Riley McDonald with a nice play there.
Wow.
16-11, as Abby Rathbun continuing to serve here, as that is her 5th consecutive serve, trying to keep Wheaton Academy on this pace to take set number 1.
Yeah, I think Wheaton Academy,
as that will be a point for St. Francis. 16-12 now.
if Wheaton Academy just keeps hitting anything pretty much to on the 10-foot line and all the way up to the net, they're going to be having a great game today, especially in these tight moments right now.
As KK Dumpit will be serving and now getting in on the action for St. Francis. As that one is dug out there by Kylie Morrison. And Wheaton Academy not exactly happy with that call. Thought St. Francis had a tip on that one, but apparently not, as St. Francis only trailing by 3 now. As KK Dumpit with another serve.
I did not see it.
Kylie Morrison not able to play that one up for Wheaton Academy, as it is 14-16 now. KK Dumpit with 2 solid serves.
Yeah, we definitely this past that play with a little bit of Wheaton Academy was like, maybe not the best call on their part, but
and a
great
great
they
shot
came
there
back. It's really important.
by Kira Morrison.
That really sets the tone for a little bit, and so you can even tell, even when that 1 point coming back, it's crucial that they take advantage of that, because that's going to be their momentum for the few points.
For sure, as Riley McDonald with a nice serve there. And a great shot by Addie Horner once again.
Yeah, it's really important in the back row that you can make sure to hit your lines so that you can do a drop and drive forward with shift your body weight.
I was talking to Kylie Morrison before the game, like I mentioned, and a nice stuff there by St. Francis. Kira Morrison not able to play that one over the net, but I was talking to them about St. Francis player Addie Horner. She's only a sophomore, but one of the leading players on this team and on the stat sheet for St. Francis early on in this season, and also looks to be a leader for them. As Kiki Shields able to play that one up to Kira Morrison, and another stuff, but Wheaton Academy able to knock it back over the net. And another point there for St. Francis. It is a 17-17 game, all knotted up, and a timeout called by Coach Leah Dunlap. Why don't we talk about Coach Dunlap for a minute, as she is the new head varsity coach of the Wheaton Academy volleyball team. We haven't seen her on the court before, but also to mention, the next broadcast is senior night for soccer against Marion Central Catholic, to mark that. But with Leah Dunlap being the new coach, what do you think she brings to the table? I think she brings a lot of energy and keeps this team on their toes and won't let them get flat-footed. But what do you see so far?
Honestly, she brings a lot of passion and about the game, and I think that's crucial that you keep that energy up when there's these tight games like that, because the energy on the court is either going to make or break you, and it's going to affect the mental game of volleyball.
For sure, and I was able to talk with Ella Masterson and Kylie about this, and they say that they love the new coaching staff at Wheaton Academy.
Yeah.
They're pushing them in the right direction. It feels more like a club team, and the goals that they set than it does a high school laid-back, relaxed type environment as we will resume play, all knotted up at 17s apiece.
Wow.
As
Tight game.
Kylie Morrison with a nice play there, able to play it
dig.
back in. Elle Masterson trying to knock it back over the net is not
With a
able to
tip.
get a point on that. And Kiera Morrison able to play it up to her sister Kylie as they will be able to recover there. And another great shot by Addie Horner, putting St. Francis up 18-17. As Anna Packett able to go back to serving now as St. Francis has their first lead of the match.
As we have number 10, Anna, serving for St. Francis.
Nice dig there by Kiki Shields. And it'll go right back to Kiki, and it'll be a point for Wheaton Academy, 18-18. St. Francis not able to handle that one, as Abby Schroeder will get back into the mix for Wheaton Academy, and it'll be another Elle Masterson serve, the leading server for Wheaton Academy.
And has a very, like a bullet serve where it comes flying at you, and you just don't know what to do.
Another electric serve there, and it'll just be out. And St. Francis will recover their lead, 19-18.
And we have
Number 7, Amari Boyce will get back in on the action for St. Francis, and she will be serving here. Trying to get a little bit greater of a lead for them. Hang on. Kiera Morrison able to save that one and play it back to her sister Kylie. Nice play there. Stopped there by Kiki Shields and played back over the net. And it's a great play by Kiki Shields,
and
tying this one up 19-19. What a stop there. As you can see here on the replay, able to get just a little more leverage on it than the St. Francis player, and able to knot this one back up at 19 apiece.
We have Erin Taylor coming in for Wheaton Academy.
And that one knocked back over by Wheaton Academy. Abby Schroeder with a great play as Kiera Morrison with the serve on that one, and it is 20-19. Wheaton Academy recovers the lead. Kiera Morrison will go back to work here. A nice stop there by St. Francis.
Tip.
And a good play there. St. Francis trying to catch them off guard, and a nice play by Kylie Morrison to knock it back over. And Kiera Morrison not able to handle that one. And St. Francis able to tie this one up again at 20 apiece. What an intense matchup so far in the first set. Very close.
Honestly, out of my all the years that I've been here at Wheaton Academy, I'm a senior this year, and I have not seen a game this close, even at actually really any of the levels. So it's really nice to see how the program is changing and how the coaching staff situation has made an impact on this team and how they play.
And a nice play there by Wheaton Academy. Number 8, Abby Rathbun with a nice play to gain the point as they will take the lead once again, 21-20. As you mentioned, though, I have never seen Wheaton Academy play Francis this well early on in a volleyball game, as we are winless against them in school history in varsity volleyball. As that one is knocked down, and it'll be a 22-20 lead. As Kiki Shields will go back to serving. It'll be a timeout there for St. Francis.
As St. Francis hopes to throw Wheaton Academy off their game tonight, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if St. Francis can come back, or if Wheaton Academy will hopefully take it.
As I'm sure Coach Dunlap talking to her girls, trying to say stay in the moment, stay positive, keep that headspace that you guys have had all game long, and finish off this first set. As she is very animated, a very passionate coach, as we mentioned. I have the privilege of taking one of her classes, and every time I walk into her class, I am able to ask her what's the game plan going on for today, and she is always super passionate, always gives such great answers about that. But that's something also both their captains, Kylie Morrison and Michaela Perkins, do a great job of, is motivating their teammates and keeping them in line. Both those two players are super passionate about the game of volleyball and are able to spark a light for them in every match, as Kiki Shields with another serve there. And it'll be out, and it'll be 23-20. Wheaton Academy looks to take a commanding lead here in the first set. Kiki Shields will go back to work, trying to find a groove here for Wheaton Academy, trying to shut the door on the St. Francis Spartans. And dug out there by Kylie Morrison.
Going cross. There we go.
There's Riley McDonald
Cross.
trying to find it. And a great stop by Kylie Morrison. Kept in by Wheaton Academy, and it won't be enough. But my goodness, Kylie Morrison, have yourself a night with multiple diving stops in this one so far.
With a fantastic attempt on that save. Very good hustle on that play on both sides. As we have Brooke Everett serving for St. Francis tonight.
Played up there by Kiki Shields to her partner, and it'll be another Wheaton Academy point as they go up 24-21. As Abby Ruthman with a nice play once again, as Kylie Morrison needs one more point here to seal the deal in set one. Served by Kylie, and that will be it for set one! Wheaton Academy takes the first set against St. Francis, and we'll start this one off strong as Kylie Morrison, the captain, able to finish it off.
And even tonight, we can even see after this that the team is ecstatic. It is just crucial, and this will probably give them the momentum to win the next set. Because not too many Wheaton Academy teams can say that they've even won one set against St. Francis. So this is just going to give them that mental momentum and kind of put St. Francis in their spot, being like, hey, we won this, and they're naturally going to be down. And what they got to do next set is take complete advantage of that.
As here in the Warrior Dome, the fans are electric after that last serve there by Kylie Morrison, able to take the first set from St. Francis. I'm sure St. Francis will come back strong, but Wheaton Academy has them on their toes a little bit early on in the game, as I can't believe I'm saying this, but Wheaton Academy's come out with a little more energy than St. Francis, even though St. Francis is known for their volleyball team and how good they've been in years past. Wheaton Academy has been able to play with a lot of emotion so far in this one. And also, do not forget, if you guys are around, make sure you guys head over to St. Francis to watch the Wheaton Academy boys soccer team play St. Francis at their place at 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss that. It's a very highly anticipated matchup in soccer, as they have the big rivalry against St. Francis in all their sports, like we mentioned. But boys soccer has had a great season so far. Came off a 4-0 win this past homecoming Friday, as Jacob Carlson, both Mariotti brothers, and Will Clegg got into the scoring act in that one. If you guys did not see that, make sure you go check that out on YouTube, as the live stream is there for you to watch. But the boys soccer has had a really great start to their season, and they look to continue that. But we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about Wheaton Academy winning the first set here in the Warrior Dome for girls volleyball, as Kylie Morrison and Kiki Shields really led their team to winning that first set against St. Francis, but a very close first set at that, and St. Francis is going to come back strong in the second one.
And it's not just the fact that, yes, you have the two leaders, but volleyball is a team sport, and so it's not just two people on the court. You really got to have that chemistry and be able to work together to pull out that win and communicate back there. And, like, I remember even last year and probably even earlier this year, Wheaton Academy has to keep their communication up on the court and their energy up, because otherwise St. Francis may have a possibility of coming back.
If I'm Wheaton Academy moving forward, I just have to keep the same mentality, especially in any sport. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, if it's soccer, if it's football. Moving into the next quarter, moving into the next half, moving into the next set, you have to keep that same mentality and not let off the gas pedal here. Wheaton Academy really has to shut out St. Francis early on. They cannot let them go up and get some kind of momentum going, because St. Francis right now is flat-footed and not able to get on the scoreboard consistently. And if Wheaton Academy wants to be able to shut them out here,
they need to start off strong.
They need to start off very strong and not let St. Francis get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, strong start is crucial to winning the second set, because as soon as they get like even 5 or 6 points, there's no coming back with St. Francis.
As Kylie Morrison will come back on for Abby Schroeder, as Kylie Morrison also suffered an injury earlier this year, as she fractured her pinky on her left hand.
Nice dig by Kiki.
And a great shot there by Addie Horner with a nice kill. as St. Francis, as I mentioned, looking to come out strong in this second set. As you can see there on the replay, an electric shot by Addie Horner.
For St. Francis, we have KK and serving for St. Francis tonight, and we'll see how this serve is. Looks like she's going to be doing a float serve, which is one of those balls where it's just like a boomerang. Oh.
And St. Francis will take the point there as Kiki Shields couldn't quite get that one on the ground quick enough, as Abby Schroeder will come back in and give Kylie Morrison a break. No, that was a Wheaton Academy point apparently.
There must have been a touch on the play.
A little bit of a tip there as Elle Masterson will go back to serving. And a great serve there, but able to be dug out by St. Francis. And a nice block there at the net by Wheaton Academy. Kira Morrison once again.
And a tip.
And a nice play by Kira Morrison, but it will be another St. Francis point as they will take the lead 2-1. Another close matchup here in the second set.
Yeah, it's really important as number 10, Anna, is serving for St. Francis. And we have Kylie's
Kylie will
giving
play
a
that
free
one
ball
back
over
from Kiki Shields. And another great shot by Addie Horner, the leader on the stat sheet for this St. Francis Spartans team. As you can see, as she has been on the scoreboard quite a bit for them so far in this one.
Oh, yeah, especially even the height advantage. When you look at the players compared to Addie on the other side, it's like a complete, like she has total advantage.
And a great shot there by Kiki Shields with the kill, as they will get Wheaton Academy back on the scoreboard, only down by 1 now.
As Kiki shows up, Addie tonight on that last. It was a great kill, and that's what Wheaton Academy needed.
As Kira Morrison will be serving for Wheaton Academy, trying to knot this one back up. But St. Francis trying to keep a lead, and Addie Horner not able to get that one over the net. And it is all tied up at 3 as Wheaton Academy with a little bit of momentum after that great kill by Kiki Shields. It's Kira Morrison will go back to work, younger sister of Captain Kylie Morrison, with a nice serve
tip.
And a great play. She will play it to Kiki Shields once again. And it will be out as St. Francis will regain the lead.
We have number 17, Veronica, coming in for St. Francis and serving. Veronica Urbsack coming in for St. Francis.
Dug out there by Kylie Morrison. And it will be a St. Francis point, but something that we've mentioned on the live stream many times is how many sibling duos we have here at Wheaton Academy on the sports team. We have the Mariotti brothers on the soccer team. We have the Fellows brothers on the football team. And here we have the Morrison sisters on the volleyball team. And all 3 of those have had great connections so far this season for Wheaton Academy. As it will be another St. Francis point there, as Kiki Shields not able to get that one over the net. As St. Francis running away with this one a little bit, as Veronica Urbsack will get back to work on the serving side for the Spartans, trying to get a few more points here early on in the second set before Wheaton Academy's momentum will catch up to them. And they will get another point as they will go up 7-3 here in the second set.
Yeah, it's definitely crucial, especially now when you get that dig up, the hitters really have to take advantage of, that it was up, because as we've seen earlier, there's some killer hits coming at these girls. So take advantage of them.
Kiki Shields with a well-placed
and
play.
A save.
And a save by St. Francis. What a play.
Wow. And Wheaton Academy with a timeout.
Let's look there on the replay. A diving stop by Aaron Taylor, able to play that one back up for St. Francis. And able to get the point there as it's 8-3. Leah Dunlap, I was almost just about to say that she was about to call a timeout, try to recuperate her players early on in this second set before St. Francis is able to run away with it. If you're Coach Dunlap, what are you telling your players right now? Not necessarily from a athletic side, but just from a mentality side.
From a mentality aspect, I'd be like, girls, you got this. Don't let them get down. And honestly, I think if Kiki Shields can get this next hit, if she can get that hit in this next point, I think Wheaton Academy will be able to make a comeback.
Kiki Shields has 57 kills on the season, the leading Wheaton Academy leader in the points category so far in the kills. And it'll be 9-3 St. Francis. Good stuff there as they are running away with this one in the second set.
Yeah, it's really important that these girls don't get down, especially even though they're down a little bit, that they just continue to keep that mentality up and they keep up that communication. As you can even see on the court, it's like there's no energy, and so they need to pick that up in order.
As Kiki Shields will not be able to knock that one over the net, as I'm sure Kylie Morrison and Michaela Perkins are trying to lift their team, as Michaela Perkins will get into the action for Wheaton Academy, senior captain here. Kylie and Michaela trying to start a little bit of a spark for Wheaton Academy, trying to get their players back into it, and dug out there by Michaela, getting right in on the action. Played in, it is stuffed once again, as Abby Ruthbun not able to put that one over.
Yeah, and the miss, with the block, it's really hard to be able to do that. They missed the block, and it came down on the person in left back, and it was just yeah, it happens.
As that one knocked out, as Michaela's not able to handle that one, as it is 12-3, St. Francis running away with this one. As Kiki Shields will get back in, giving her a little bit of a rest. Michaela Perkins got in on the action, captain for Wheaton Academy, trying to lift their team. As you can see, Kylie yelling to all of her players, trying to get them rallied, trying to start something, trying to get a little momentum back. As Kylie able to dig that one out for Wheaton Academy, trying to find Kiki Shields again. Nice stop by St. Francis. As you can see, their bench is electric right now, getting their team back in it. Kylie plays her sister Kira, and another great shot there. As Addie Horner once again having herself a night for St. Francis.
Yeah, and it's important, with these tall girls with the block on St. Francis' side, Wheaton Academy has to take advantage of that because it's so hard with the height difference.
As Verona Ursak once again still serving for St. Francis now, and a great play by Kylie Morrison, able to save that one. As Kira Morrison will play her sister Kylie. And it'll be a great shot there by Abby Ruthbun. Able to get the point on that one, as Wheaton Academy trying to start something, as Kiki Shields will go back on the serving side. They need to get a few points here in the second set if they want to get some momentum back and be able to run away with this one. But they got some work to do, as Kiki Shields with a nice serve. St. Francis, Addie Horner once again with a great kill.
Yeah, I know it's important back there. Like with that kill, it's that just goes down to communication. With the kill going cross, you are in between two players, and it comes down to communication on that.
And that one is out, and a great read there by Kylie Morrison.
Yeah, it's definitely a great read. As that one was definitely coming towards all the players. And it's hard to normally judge those, so it's.
As Kylie Morrison will get a little bit of a break as one of Wheaton Academy players tying their shoe, but Kylie really needs to take control of this opportunity, get a couple points on the board. Looks like they're able to stop St. Francis and keep them at bay just a little bit currently, but Kylie really needs to put a couple points on the board. And right on cue, she's able to get the first one, as it is only 6-14 now. Wheaton Academy trails St. Francis Spartans, as Addie Horner really taken over the St. Francis scoreboard so far here in the second set. If you are just tuning in, Wheaton Academy was able to take the first set from St. Francis 25-21, and will continue to do so here.
Let's see if Kylie can have another ace. Oh, we made it in though. That's a good tip. Ooh.
And a great play there by Wheaton Academy.
Nice
but
save.
Good save by St. Francis.
We have a free ball coming in. Oh,
and a great play there by Elle Masterson, as it is 7-14 now, as Kylie Morrison will go back to work.
Yeah, I believe it's her third serve. Hopefully she can get right here, to the libero in between the setter.
But Kylie able to serve that one over once again. And stuffed there by Wheaton Academy, but misplayed. And it'll be a St. Francis point, able to get a little bit of momentum back, as it is 15-7 now.
Yeah, with that play, it's just one of those things where, there was hit the block, and the ball ended up coming back, and Abby tried to save it, but it just went right through her hands.
Liv Basil with the serve there for St. Francis. Plays Kiki
nice
Shields with a nice
down.
shot, but not able to quite get a point on that one. And it's
And
stuffed
blocked.
by Wheaton Academy, but it will go out of bounds and be a St. Francis point as they go up 16-7.
Yeah, it's unfortunate with that because it's like you put in all of that hard work, but and going up there for the block, but then when it just goes out of bounds and there's no touch on the play, the other team gets the point.
St. Francis will go back to work, and it'll be another point as Anna Paquette back in on the action, making it 17-7 here in the second set.
Yeah, with the kill there, it seems like St. Francis has really been taking advantage of that very, very back of the court. With Wheaton Academy with the timeout, Coach Dunlap trying to get the energy up on the girls and the mental game aspect and just be able to tighten up those loose ends with communication and those little things that will end up making a huge difference in their gameplay.
If I'm Wheaton Academy here, I'm just trying to breathe. I'm trying to relax. They have the lead in the game. They won the first set. They need to relax, recuperate a little bit. Even if they don't come back and win this set, they need to start to find their groove and rhythm again with another set to play after this. But they have to start somewhere, and I think it needs to be now. I think the leaders and Coach Dunlap really need to push the rest of this team to start moving in the right direction and playing with a little more energy once again. Yeah,
it's super important in that aspect as Wheaton Academy uses both of their timeouts and really 7-17 right now. It's probably a smart move so that hopefully Wheaton Academy can come back and win this set. The nice dig up
from Riley McDonald, and she will go for the kill and not be able to get it, but a nice dig beforehand. And another great play by St. Francis as they have all the momentum right now as it is 18-7.
Yeah, it was a nice kill. Hit right in the spot, in the sweet spot. And St. Francis just taking advantage of those specific spots that Wheaton Academy has not been covering.
St. Francis will go back to work. Kiki Shields able to knock that one out. And a nice trick play there from Wheaton Academy. Kiki Shields once again digging it out for them. And Elle Masterson with a nice spike there on that one. Kylie Morrison finding her sister Kira once again. Riley McDonald not able to tip that one over the net.
Yeah, with that attempted tip, those are always the worst. But going for the right idea there. As we have number 6, Liv Basil serving for St. Francis with a nice jump float there.
Kiki Shields able to play it out once again, finding Riley McDonald, and that one will be out as it'll be 20-7 here in the second set. St. Francis has taken control of this one and is running away with it. Wheaton Academy needs to come back here. They need to find their rhythm once again if they're going to stay in this game. As Riley McDonald cannot handle that one, and Kylie Morrison chased after it, made a nice play, but was not able to get a full hand on it.
Yeah, it was really close to a shanked ball, and honestly, it's especially with the team, it's important with the team chemistry that they need to keep that up, so that with those balls, that they can get that ball up and not be completely shanked on that. Nice set
will
there.
Play Elle Masterson with a nice tip there,
and going cross.
And once again, Maddie Horner with a great play. How long can St. Francis ride this train?
Yeah, St. Francis is definitely taking advantage of those really deep corners as Wheaton Academy is starting to creep up on the court. And
a nice dive by Kylie Morrison, not quite able to get a hand on it though, as it is 23-7 here in the second set. The third set is going to be a wild one as Wheaton Academy was able to take over the first one with a score of 25-21, but St. Francis is running away with this one here in the second as St. Francis goes back to work.
Serve.
And it will be played out as Wheaton Academy not able to handle this one as it is a match point here in the second set.
Yeah, and especially like mentally from that, when the ball drops, it's just one of those things where you're like, it was right there and you were so close. And it was just like came down to a lack of communication there.
Nice dig there by Kiki. And that will be the end of the set as St. Francis takes this one 25-7 as we will go to the final set. Wheaton Academy needs to start over. They need to find a balance. They need to find a rhythm in order to get back in this one, as St. Francis has all the momentum right now.
Yeah, from like what you've been talking to Coach Dunlap, what do you think she's talking about right now to her teammates?
I'm sure that Coach Dunlap is really reiterating the theme of taking a deep breath, getting back in this. You know that you can beat this team, and you've played very well against them so far in this one, especially early on in the game. You had complete control. You had all the momentum. I think it's just a matter of getting back into it and finding the swing of things once again. And that's all they really need to do, is just find a way to find a rhythm, find a pace, find a general concept and a general way to put points on the board. Consistency. They don't have any consistency in that second set, and that's why they failed to put points on the board early. And if they're going to do so, they need to keep going.
Yeah, I just saw that as they were like doing the coin flip. It looks like Wheaton Academy, it looks like they may be receiving. We will see in just a moment though. But it'll be interesting to see where the serve goes to, and if Wheaton Academy, if they do get the serve, if they can start off strong tonight. So.
This Maroon Platoon fan section will start to tune up just a little bit here, as a lot of fans coming in after all their practices. Wheaton Academy will prepare for the third set. But with that, why don't we talk about the upcoming live stream of the boys soccer game against Marion Central Catholic, as we host them here at Performance Trust Field for the boys senior night, as boys soccer has done very well so far this year. Beat Timothy Christian in a very highly anticipated soccer game, one of the biggest soccer games of the year, and then was able to take a 4-0 win on Friday. And tonight's game against St. Francis, another conference matchup, will probably decide the conference winners for the season. But Wheaton Academy boys soccer is really living up to the hype, and especially winning state last year and unveiling the banner on Friday night at homecoming. They're really living up to the dream and what the school's reputation is for boys soccer, and they have been able to do so far in this season, as Josh Mariotti, Caleb Mariotti, Jacob Carlson have really led this team to another great conference run, and they will continue to do so tonight at St. Francis, and we will see if they can take another conference win and possibly run away with the conference championship this year. As we are about to start the third set, as you can see there on your screens, Kylie Morrison taking control on the court, letting her players know what it's going to take to win this third set against them. As we have mentioned quite a bit so far, her name, Addie Horner, has been unbelievable so far for St. Francis. Kylie Morrison has been the star so far for Wheaton Academy, been able to lead her team on the defensive side and offensive side. And here we go. The third set is about to begin.
Yeah, third set, man, there's so many emotions like when going into the third set, because you're either above or behind. And either way, you got to kind of, if you're behind, you got to forget about that last set and come back strong. Oh, it looks like St. Francis has the serve, which is the opportunity to get the first kill and start off strong.
Dug out there by Riley McDonald and played to Kira Morrison.
Nice.
And stopped by St. Francis once again. Riley McDonald once again will dig it out, trying to find Kiki Shields, and she does, but played once again by St. Francis very nicely, and it's stuffed there by Kira Morrison. Addie Horner with a great shot, and they will take the lead 1-0. We just mentioned her. Addie Horner has had a tremendous game so far tonight, and she continues with a very well-executed shot.
Yeah, those cross-court shots are very, very important in the game. It's usually the typical place where most hitters tend to go, and it's very like a comfort spot. Oh, it looks like there was 4 touches on Wheaton Academy's side tonight.
As St. Francis takes a commanding 2-0 lead here at the start of the third set. Kiki Shields was not able to get that one over the net. Played there by Riley McDonald, and Kylie Morrison will be able to knock it right over the net. Addie Horner once again with another great point.
Oh, man, that kill. That was like a bullet coming in. Yeah, it's really important that they keep that communication up in the back row so that they can get those balls up and dig them.
Dug out there by Riley once again, playing Kiki Shields, and a nice play. And Wheaton Academy will get the point here as that one was out of bounds on St. Francis, as Elle Masterson will serve here for Wheaton Academy as it is 3-1. Wheaton Academy needs points. They need points if they're going to stay in this game. Elle Masterson will start it off with a great serve. Dug out there by St. Francis once again. Tipped, and nice play there as Kira Morrison will play it into the St. Francis zone.
And we'll probably go for a tip.
And it'll be another Wheaton Academy point as they are only trailing by 1 now, as it is 3-2 St. Francis here in the third set.
And Elle Masterson leads the team in aces this
She has 14
season.
so far coming into this match this year, and a great electric serve there as Addie Horner able to get another point for St. Francis as they look to ride her out the rest of the third set, as it is 4-2 St. Francis.
With an electric kill. Started off Elle Masterson with an electric serve, but then came out with an electric
As Anna Parquette with the serve will
missed.
find Kylie Morrison to Kiki Shields, and a nice tip there as St. Francis will regroup.
Is going
And
line
Riley
on
McDonald
there.
with the dig, and that one will be a St. Francis point. A little bit of miscommunication there as it is 5-2.
Yeah, it's really important on the communication side when these games are so tight, and especially going into 3 sets with putting in all that hard work. You need to keep that communication up with the free ball sent into the right back. Oh, and over cover. Oh,
Not
but a
able to
good
get that
hustle by
one.
the Warriors.
As Kylie Morrison trying to construct her team to get back into this one.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really hard, especially for even taller people often, like who are on the net. It's really hard to get those balls out of the net, especially coming right off the block.
Played to Kiki Shields once again, and a good spike there, but able to be recovered by St. Francis once
With the
again.
touch.
Tipped and not going to be able to grab that one. Kylie Morrison with a diving effort, but couldn't quite get to it as it is 7-2 St. Francis.
Just moving a little bit too ahead of the game there on Kylie Morrison's front. With a bullet serve with St. Francis.
As a great tip there by Kira Morrison. Once again, looking for the point, and another good tip by St. Francis as they are running away with this one in the third set.
Yes, it seems like Wheaton Academy is not having the back row come up, especially now with the easy shot of just having a tip there. No one's there to kind of recover that, and that's where St. Francis is really taking advantage of Wheaton Academy right now. And hopefully this time out, Coach Dunlap is telling them to adjust there, as it's very, very hard to do at times. But Wheaton Academy needs to do it in order to come back in this game.
As you can see, Michaela Perkins taking control of this meeting before the coaches were able to meet up. But she was really trying to encourage her team, trying to stay in it. Energy is what this Wheaton Academy team needs.
Yes.
Earlier on in this first set, Wheaton Academy had all the energy in the world, and the entire house was electric, and that is why they were successful in the first set. In the second set, when St. Francis started to get a little more momentum, Wheaton Academy's emotions shut down, and they were not able to get back into it because they had no electricity, they were not loud at all. They had no emotion, and they need a little bit of emotion, a little bit of play with a little chip on your shoulder, even a little bit if you have to.
Yeah, it's hard because, you know, when I said earlier, 90% mental. Oh, and a missed serve, getting the Warriors back on a good track and a great place to start this momentum here in the game.
St. Francis is up 8-3. Kira Morrison will be serving here for Wheaton Academy as they need
nice
some points, and a
float,
great
and an
serve there by Kira Morrison, the ace, as it is an 8-4 game now. As we have reason to believe that Coach Dunlap had a little bit of strategy going into that play.
Oh, yes, indeed.
As it looks like they are serving to the middle now.
Oh, and a dropped ball by Wheaton Academy. Oh, I can only imagine what is going through Coach Dunlap's head right now. she's like, we went through all of that hard work, and the ball dropped.
As St. Francis will get back on the serving side as Veronica Ursak will serve once again as Kylie Morrison able to dig that one out to find her sister Kira to Kiki Shields once again,
nice
as that has been the
hit
lead
there.
combination so far for the Warriors.
And
as a great block there by Wheaton Academy once again.
And a tip.
As Addie Horner stuffed at the net once again. And it is tipped out of bounds.
It is right off the block there. It's, yeah, that's just really hard. You have to really come around the ball to have the right angle in order to, when the block does come up, that it will angle towards the other side and would land back on Francis's side.
The Academy seems to have a little more pace to their game now after that timeout. They need to keep it together and get something going.
By Abby.
And that will be a Wheaton Academy point as a miss right there, as Kiki Shields will start serving for them. Getting in on the action, Jessica Schmidt back in the lineup for St. Francis. As Kiki Shields needs to find some points here for Wheaton Academy, as it'll be a miss serve. St. Francis, Addie Horner will be serving.
The miss serve is crucial, especially as Kiki is one of the main players on the court. Showing that miss serve definitely affects how the team will be playing.
And that will be a great read by Kylie Morrison, as that one is out, and Warriors will go back on the serving side as Kylie Morrison needs to lead her team here. It is a 6-11 game. Warriors trail by 5 here in the third set as they took the first one.
Nice
and a great serve. St. Francis will go back on the attack. Dug out by Kylie Morrison once again. Play to Riley McDonald and misplays that one just a little bit, as it is 6-13 now. St. Francis
just a little too late on with that fantastic set that was given. Yeah, you just really need to get your timing right so that you can get that ball in and over the net. And that's what Wheaton Academy needs right now, especially as they are behind 6-12.
As Liv Basil with the serve there for St. Francis. And dug out by Kiki Shields.
And a
nice play by Riley McDonald, as Wheaton Academy has a player on the ground, and a great save by Kylie Morrison, but not quite able to get enough on it. You can see here on the replay, nobody in sight, and quick reactions by Kylie, just not quite able to get that second hand on it. As Liv Basil once again serving for St. Francis, and it'll be out, and it'll be a 13-7 lead for St. Francis.
Yeah, Wheaton Academy really needs to make sure with these serves that they're going in and they are placed properly in the right position where Coach Dunlap is telling them where to place them.
So it'll be played over. Abby Rathbun will find Kira Morrison to Riley McDonald, and a great kill there by Riley McDonald.
Right in the middle back, just right behind.
You can see there on the replay, got a lot of heat on that shot. And it is a 13-8 game now. Wheaton Academy only trailing by 5. Trying to get back into this one here in the third set. As that one will just get over the net. Good serve there. And that one will be a Wheaton Academy point as she was out of bounds. As 13-9 now, Wheaton Academy slowly creaking the door open as this third set goes on. Looking to get back in it. As Abby Rathbun will take another serve here. Wheaton Academy trying to ride the wave once again. Trying to get back into this one. A good serve there. As St. Francis will have to play it over into Wheaton Academy side. Abby will play it up to Kira. Kira to Riley McDonald! And another point for Wheaton Academy! As it is a 10-13 game now. As I mentioned before, Wheaton Academy with a little more emotion now. Getting back into the swing of things. Finding a little bit of rhythm. Trying to keep it going on. And that one will be out.
Just out.
And St. Francis will add another point to the board as it is 14-10 as Jessica Schmidt back in on the action for St. Francis.
And hitting
a tough bounce off the rafters as it is 15-10 now. St. Francis leads. Wheaton Academy needs to turn the ball over here, needs to get a point back on the board.
Yeah, Wheaton Academy needs to get that first ball up and a good pass to the setter.
As Kira Morrison will find Kiki Shields.
Hopefully
It'll go back to
cross.
Kira Morrison, and a great shot and a
nice.
diving play
And a
by
free
the
ball.
St. Francis player captain.
With the fantastic kill.
And Elle Masterson with a great shot.
Touch.
And it is 11-15 now. Warriors getting back into the swing of things. As Riley McDonald will serve for the Warriors here, trying to put more points on the board here in this very intense third set.
Ooh,
and it'll be
out
out
of
once
bounds.
again as 16-11 St. Francis leads.
As the intensity is picking up and the nerves are coming out, Wheaton Academy needs to make their serves because this is a really close game, 11-16. You know, if even just 2 of those, you're at 13-16.
Dug out by Riley
Important.
McDonald. Will be
With a
played
free
into
ball.
St. Francis zone.
With a tip
Tip
to Kiki.
and a good play
nice
by
recovery.
Kiki. And Kiki Shields with a good tip over the net like once again. St. Francis will go back to work and stopped by Kylie Morrison, but not able to be handled as it'll be a 17-11 game.
Yeah, it's really important there that, you know, when adjusting to the ball, you got to be able to read the ball in order to make sure that the ball doesn't, and you angle it right so that it doesn't get shanked there.
Dug out by Riley McDonald. Riley will find Elle. Nice tip by Elle, but recovered by St. Francis quickly. Kylie Morrison able to dig this one out. Played to Kira Morrison, and it's dug out by St. Francis. Addie Horner with the point for St. Francis once again as it is 18-11. KK Dumpet with 3 consecutive serves gone well, and it'll be a timeout for Wheaton Academy.
Their last timeout of this third set. It's really important that Wheaton Academy uses this timeout, and it's really important that Wheaton Academy and this Thursday, Wheaton Academy will be playing against Marion Central Catholic in Woodstock there. So yeah, we're gonna see how Wheaton Academy recovers from this timeout. Hopefully they can pull it out tonight because it is their last timeout and there's no going back now.
As Wheaton Academy coming off a 5-game win streak coming into this game, they need to stay alive here in the third set. They need to turn this around. KK Dumpet will serve once again for St. Francis. Wheaton Academy needs a little bit of momentum
nice
shift.
Dig by Kylie
Nice dig
Morrison.
to Kira Morrison, and that one will be out as it is a 19-11 game now. Wheaton Academy seems a little bit flat-footed. As you can see, Aaliyah Dunlap signaling to her players, come on, let's go, turn it on right now, as it is a bit of a last chance scenario here for Wheaton Academy. KK Dumpet with the serve. Kylie Morrison
with a nice
playing her partner, and a
recover.
great recover there by Anna Matthews. And that one is out on St. Francis. That is what Wheaton Academy needed there. As Elle Masterson with 14 aces on the season coming into this match, they need points. As Elle Masterson will lead the rally. Nice play there by St. Francis.
With a free ball given to Wheaton Academy that needs to take advantage of this kill
Kiki
right here.
Shields with a great kill, but it will be out on Wheaton Academy as it is 20-12 now. As St. Francis will be serving once again. Wheaton Academy needs to find a consistency if they're going to come back in this one. Riley McDonald
Nice
dug out.
dig.
Trying to find Kiki Shields once again.
Right to the
Played
libero.
up. And that one is out.
Out.
And Wheaton Academy now will go back to serving as Kira Morrison will be back in this one. Kira Morrison has had a solid game so far in this one. Needs to add to the scoreboard now if Wheaton Academy is going to get back in it. St. Francis looks to recover.
With a good adjustment there.
Nice save there by Kylie Morrison, and a good kill there by Kiki Shields. Playing with a little bit of swagger now as Wheaton Academy. They have found their rhythm again as Kira Morrison will go back to serving. 14-20 Wheaton Academy trails.
Fantastic serve there. And
St. Francis, not much of a play.
Oh,
Dug out
and
by
up,
Riley
and
McDonald.
nice save
What a
by
save
Kylie
by
Morrison.
Kylie Morrison, but it
Oh.
won't be enough a diving attempt.
A great hustle by Wheaton Academy on that play. Wow.
It looks like Wheaton Academy's found the rhythm a little bit, as none of them were as panicked as normal after that play did not go their way. They were all saying we're good. They're all rebounding after that one, and they need another point here if they're getting back into this one. Good play by Riley McDonald. Played to Kira Morrison, and a great save there by Wheaton Academy. Staying in this one. Great save by Kylie Morrison.
And a free ball sent to St. Francis with a free ball coming over.
Wheaton Academy needs to capitalize on this one. And a great spike there.
Nice. With the free ball, needing to seal the deal.
To Kira Morrison. Once again, St. Francis playing the ball back over into Wheaton Academy's end, and a good block. And Riley McDonald will not be able to recover, as it is 22-14 St. Francis now.
With Kira Morrison coming in there with that, trying that last-ditch effort with that save, trying to get it over the net.
Slowly closing the door. St. Francis is running away with this one. And they will get another point. It is 23-14 now.
As another missed kill is on the court. Wow. This is getting intense. Wheaton Academy really needs to just take a deep breath and just be a little bit more relaxed. You could tell their nerves are starting to get to them because St. Francis is starting to pull away with this game.
Kylie Morrison will play to her sister Kira once again. And that one will be out on Wheaton Academy, and it is a last point situation
just
for
out,
the Warriors.
though.
St. Francis, losing the first set, has been able to come back very composed in this one. And St. Francis will go to work once again.
Oh, and a
good
nice
save, and that will be the game. St. Francis able to have a nice comeback victory in this one, as the Warriors' 5-game win streak will come to an end. Warriors played a very strong game. The St. Francis Spartans played a very strong game in this one. Able to come back. Addie Horner had a spectacular game for St. Francis. Kylie Morrison and Kiki Shields both led Wheaton Academy's attack, but it just wasn't quite enough. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe and watch some of our previous live streams, and click the bell to make sure you guys don't miss any upcoming live streams as well. But as always, Warriors country, let's ride.